The recent tragedy that struck the Hunt family, owners of the Kansas City Chiefs, has deeply affected both their personal lives and the wider community. Clark Hunt, a prominent figure not only in the sports world but also within the Kansas City Chiefs organization, is mourning the heartbreaking loss of his young cousin, Janie Hunt, who was just 9 years old. Janie was one of the innocent victims caught in the devastating floods that ravaged parts of Texas, specifically the area around Camp Mystic. This natural disaster has claimed numerous lives and caused immense destruction, and this particular loss highlights the profound personal toll such catastrophes take, even on families well known and influential in public spheres. Flooding in Texas, especially when severe, has a history of causing both immediate and lasting damage to communities. The recent floods were no exception, with torrential rains swelling rivers and streams far beyond their banks, sweeping through towns and rural areas alike. The Camp Mystic area, which had been regarded as a peaceful locale, became engulfed in rising waters, leaving residents scrambling for safety. For the Hunt family, the tragedy was not just a news story or a statistic, it was an intimate and shattering blow. Janie Hunt, a child full of potential and innocence, lost her life amidst the chaos, a reminder of how nature's fury can indiscriminately affect people regardless of their background or status. Clark Hunt, as the face of the Kansas City Chiefs and an influential sports executive, is known for his leadership both on and off the field. His family has been deeply connected to the Chiefs franchise, shaping the team's identity and culture over decades. Their public persona is one of strength, dedication, and community involvement. Yet, this recent tragedy shows that even families in the limelight are vulnerable to the harsh realities of life. The death of young Janie has undoubtedly brought a wave of grief to the Hunt household and underscores how floods and other natural disasters can suddenly and tragically alter the lives of those who are affected. Floodwaters often bring with them not only physical destruction but also emotional and psychological scars. The Hunt family's mourning is a reflection of this broader human suffering. Janie's passing is more than just the loss of a family member. It symbolizes the fragility of life and the unpredictable nature of environmental calamities. Families across Texas and the affected regions are dealing with similar grief, and the Hunt family's public mourning serves as a poignant reminder of the need for support, solidarity, and empathy in times of crisis. Their grief is shared by many who have lost loved ones, homes, and livelihoods to the flooding, and it highlights the importance of community resilience and disaster preparedness. In the wake of the tragedy, the Chiefs organization and Clark Hunt have expressed their sorrow and called attention to the severity of the floods. This has helped bring a human face to what might otherwise be seen as just another weather event. The involvement of such a high-profile family brings increased awareness to the ongoing challenges faced by flood victims in Texas and potentially mobilizes support for relief efforts. The Chiefs, known for their strong community ties and charitable initiatives, are likely to be involved in efforts to assist the victims and rebuild the affected areas, showing how tragedy can sometimes galvanize positive action. This incident also raises broader questions about climate change and the increasing frequency of extreme weather events. Floods like the one that struck Camp Mystic are becoming more common in various parts of the world, driven by shifting weather patterns and increased rainfall intensity. The loss suffered by the Hunt family serves as a stark example of the real and immediate dangers posed by these changes. It highlights the necessity for governments, communities, and individuals to prioritize infrastructure improvements, emergency response strategies, and environmental protections to mitigate the impact of such disasters in the future. Moreover, the personal nature of this tragedy resonates deeply with many sports fans and members of the public who follow the Kansas City Chiefs. It reminds them that behind the games, trophies, and headlines are real people with families and lives that are vulnerable to the same hardships as anyone else. Clark Hunt's openness about his family's loss may encourage others to share their own stories of loss and resilience, fostering a sense of connection and mutual support among fans and communities alike. It humanizes public figures and bridges the gap between celebrity and everyday experience. The death of young Janie Hunt also brings to light the unique vulnerabilities faced by children during natural disasters. Children, due to their physical size, dependency on adults, and limited ability to protect themselves, often suffer disproportionately in emergencies. Ensuring their safety requires focused attention from caregivers, emergency services, and community planners. The tragedy at Camp Mystic is a somber lesson in the importance of robust evacuation plans, early warning systems, and community education aimed specifically at protecting the most vulnerable members of society. In mourning their loss, the Hunt family undoubtedly reflects on cherished memories and the bright future Janie might have had. Their grief is a private and deeply personal journey, but it has become a public moment of shared sorrow as well. The Kansas City Chiefs community, along with fans and fellow Texans, have likely rallied around the family, offering condolences and support. This outpouring of sympathy is crucial for healing and reinforces the role of community in overcoming adversity. The flooding in Texas, while a natural phenomenon, exposes human vulnerabilities and challenges. The death of Janie Hunt brings these challenges into sharp relief, making abstract concepts like flood risk and disaster preparedness painfully tangible. For the Hunt family, the flood has been a devastating interruption, a tragic event that will shape their lives moving forward. Their experience echoes that of countless other families affected by natural disasters worldwide, emphasizing the universal need for compassion, resilience, and proactive measures to protect communities. As the Kansas City Chiefs owner Clark Hunt and his family grieve, their story serves as a reminder of the unpredictable and often harsh forces of nature that affect us all. It also illustrates how public figures and organizations can play a role in raising awareness, supporting relief efforts, and inspiring collective action. Through their mourning, the Hunt family brings to light the profound human impact of environmental disasters and the ongoing need to address their causes and consequences with urgency and empathy. Their loss is a stark call to action and a heartfelt testament to the fragility and value of life.